Okay, so I think I may have fixed my 3D printer finally. I'm actually using the old version of like the software that was on my laptop that I first used. So it should all be still calibrated. I calibrated the printer and fixed this when I was in an accident. It kind of messed up like the calibration on this side. So yeah, we'll see what happens, because I'm gonna print this the little MAF flange to make sure that it actually works, and then I'm probably gonna have the CNC shop up front. I'll give them the file and they'll make me. I was probably thinking about like 50 of them, so I could put those on my big cartel. And if people need those flanges, I think like 25 bucks or something is what I'll have into them, or like each 25 each or whatever. But yeah, let's see if this thing needs to heat. The so the bed is, why is the nozzle not, nozzle should be way hotter than that already. Let me see what's going on in here. Let's heat her up. Manual control. I think that might be. Man, the curve must be really. It's not really ramping up. This extruder usually ramps up really fast. I don't know if that from the wreck it might have made it go bad too, because it was before everything happened. It was working fine. Well, actually, I burnt the other one out, and then this is a brand new one, so there shouldn't be any issues with it. Working more on the G today. I got it on the lift to check out what I'm actually going to do with the exhaust. The ECU should be here tomorrow, and holy resonator! Like, I've never seen one, even on a Mercedes, this big. Like, the whole like midsection of the car is one huge like resonator. So yeah, I'll probably take that off. I need to delete the cats, so I'll probably remove those so I can get the flanges and everything off of them. And actually, I probably won't remove them, so I can start the car and it won't be like no back pressure and all angry and stuff. But I'll get this old exhaust all off, because that's definitely yeah, it's just kind of crappy. So and then this is what I was talking about yesterday, the springs, and then the strut that's individual, but it like bolts to the top, so you could just like literally convert it to a true coilover, and that works wonderful compared to like this stock setup. So I'm gonna do that, and then yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Got that muffler and that huge resonator off. Probably so big to actually quiet these loud VQs down. And there's the cats and everything up there. So it should be pretty close to. I'm gonna leave those on so I can start it up tomorrow when I get the ECU, and then after I get started and make sure everything's okay, I'll do some like exhaust. Okay, so I put the G35 back over so Trevor could have his, because he's gonna work on that truck tonight. And yeah, I'm going to get the ECU tomorrow, try to see how this thing runs. Hopefully it fires right up, and it probably has bad gas in it, but it might not. It's only been sitting for like a year, so we'll see how it runs once the ECU's in there. I need to, I pretty much got all this stuff cut off. It looks like when I had it on the lift, I noticed that this frame rail is actually pushed over about 1/2 inch. And then these, you can't see it, but those lower contorm, the bushings on both sides are like pretty much destroyed. I'm going to probably get this running and driving, put a radiator in it, some fans, and then maybe not buy coils or angle, because it has quite a bit of angle stock. I was pretty surprised on how much angle this has. Let's see. Ah. Okay, so yeah, this is the angle, and it actually looks like it has quite a bit. There's bump stops that I could shave down to give me like a couple more degrees, but you know, for stock suspension and everything, that's not that bad. So I think I'll probably just drive it, drift it, and see how it does as is, and we'll go from there. I might end up swapping this engine into a 240. We'll see what happens. The first event, I'm going to plan on getting some good wall taps with this car. I'm probably going to drive it pretty hard as long as it runs and drives good. So we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. The steering rack actually had one of the O-rings like come out of it, so that's why it was leaking. I thought it was a line. I accidentally cut a line, but the O-ring's right there, so that's why it's leaking power steering fluid. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, because I haven't got to the problem. So once it starts and runs and everything, I'll probably be more I'll probably just throw some stuff together so I could give it some rips. I'm sure it's going to do pretty good, but we'll see.